Happy Friday, everybody. Hey, want to congratulate you on making it through the week uh, in a traditional sense. It is Friday. Um, and, I, uh, I had the opportunity yesterday to celebrate a birthday, which is a milestone. And we all appreciate hitting milestones. But one of the things that I was able to look at, and you do some reflecting, right, when you hit a milestone like a birthday. For those of you that are asking, no, I'm not 68. I'm 48, but construction is not an easy line of work. But the reality is, at the end of the day, you got to ask yourself a couple questions when you're coming into a birthday and you're trying to figure out what you're doing, and it's kind of a point of reflecting. I mean, I'm more than halfway done, right? Uh, and I'm sitting here looking at it, and I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do with the next quarter of my life. And I'm asking myself questions. I'm asking myself, am I living the life I want? Am I doing the things that I always envisioned I would be doing at 48 years old? You know, have I arrived at the place that I thought I would be when I envisioned what 48 looked like, right? And the answer is, in a lot of ways, yes. A lot of ways, more than. And some of them, maybe I got to work on. There's always things to work on, right? But the reality is, at the end of the day, it comes down to how you live your life and the philosophy with which you live your life. And I got to reflect. I was sitting in a circle of friends over the weekend, and I started having a conversation with them, and I realized that maybe I do look at things a little bit differently. And I'll share that with you. When I've looked at my life, and I've looked at development deals, and I've looked at real estate deals, and I've looked at opportunities to partner with people and opportunities to be friends with people, I've kind of looked at it different than most, because most people look at it and they go, well, why? You know, I'm doing this because my why is this big. Why would I want to do this? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing that? Do I have enough going on in my life to generate enough oomph in my day, in my reality, to go, wow, I am the why? I don't look at it like that. I look at it more of a why not. Let me give you an example. I drive by a piece of land. That looks like a great spot for apartment complexes. And I go down the road of why not? Why can't it be? Why shouldn't we? What would happen if we did? What would happen if this happened? What would happen if that happened? What are the contingencies? But instead of approaching life with that doesn't seem real likely, probably can't do that. Why are we doing this? Well, we're doing it. When you say things like that, why are you doing this? My why, I get up and I do this because of my children. I get up and I do this because of the plan I have for retirement. You're constantly looking at something from the point of view that there's a reason outside of it to do it. And so the minute you encounter something difficult in your life, your why changes. My kids have moved away. We have one left at home. And so if I was doing things for my children, that why has changed. They're no longer with me, right? They're outside the house. They're doing other things. And not that my why hasn't changed, not that I don't still live to see my kids happy, but it's not the focus. I'm not making sure they have school clothes, and I'm not making sure they have, sandwich money. And my whole role in that has changed. And so if my why was my children, then I've come into a place in my life where my why is no longer in alignment with what I'm doing. So my why has to continue to change. But if I'm approaching life from a standpoint of why not, it's totally different. I want to go to Hawaii. Why not? Oh, well, I don't know why not. Oh, I know, because you have to have either proof of vaccine, or you have to test, or you have to do. Okay, so I can accomplish those tasks, right? Without making it political. I can accomplish those things, and now I can go. Well, you got to get the time off work. Okay, I can talk with people. I can get that scheduled. Now it's gone from a situation where it's all about the why and the who and the outside of you, the bigger than you, where I'm actually making it about why wouldn't you? And when I've looked at how I'm applying that to my life currently, I live life totally different than most people, because it's not about what are you going to do. I don't. Another example. As most of you know, I am a resident of Puerto Rico, and I am a resident of Puerto Rico for tax purposes. Long story short, I was on a nice vacation. I was doing my own thing. I found out the tax benefits of living in Puerto Rico, like no federal income tax. And so I moved there and established my residency there while I run businesses here in Idaho. The reality is I didn't ask why I should do that. I didn't look at it and go, my why is that in the future, I want to have retirement funds that with paying federal income tax, I'm not going to be able to have. I looked at it from the standpoint that why not? Why not move there? Why not establish residency? Why not put people in place in your business that you can do things that allow you to have the life and the lifestyle that you want? And so I began to answer the why nots, and I kept saying, well, this might be an issue, and I kept fixing that issue. I kept solving for X. And when I got done, I've established residency there. I've been a resident of Puerto Rico for 3 years, and half of you don't even know that. Because my why not led me down the path that I could just do that. And it was easy, right? It wasn't easy. Let's just be honest. It wasn't easy. It's been a challenge, and there's been things to do and things to overcome and things that need to happen. But at the end of the day, I was able to take care of that, right? And that's where I've lived my life. And how many of you are living your life for something outside of yourself? How many of you are living for your kids, living for your spouse, living for the idea of the picture of somewhere down the road, and someday never comes for a lot of us? You know, someday never shows up for some of us. It's never guaranteed. There was somebody that I knew that I had quite a few visits with that passed away 2 days ago. Very, very unexpectedly. And that combined with my birthday got me to reinforce the thought process and reinforce the fact that I need to be asking why not in my life a lot more often. You need to go to the gym. Why not? I really don't have a good reason for that. So guess what? I'm back to the gym. You need to be doing this. You need to be taking time. You need to be this. You need to be that. Why not? Well, I can't do this because I have these other obligations. Okay. Why are those other obligations in your way? Or are they preferred? Then all of a sudden you're not giving things up. You're understanding your own hierarchy and your own priorities because you have in turn answered the why you're doing something or the why not of why you're not doing something. And that really leads you to your best life, right? I got a friend, Jeff Holst. You're probably watching this, Jeff. Thank you for watching. He's got a Facebook group called The Best Life Ever. And the reality is, are you living your best life ever? Because are you doing the things that are your why not? Because we always think of, we have to do this because of this. We have to do this because of that. And we always think about ourselves last. But when you're asking life and you're living life from a why not standpoint, it's a totally different thing. Because when you're asking why not, when you're doing the things that lead you down the road of solving for X in your own happiness, you're living a totally different life. You're living one that says, I am pleased with what I'm doing. I'm solving the problems in my life to bring the fulfillment, to bring the happiness, and I'm not living for the future, and I'm not living outside of me. I'm living right inside of me. And it doesn't mean you go, I want to do something, my spouse doesn't want to, so why not? I'm going to go do it. It's not that. It's living inside of you that's the best for you. And it may mean that you're doing something that is just for you. Talk about you. I do that all the time. My wife does that all the time because it's about her. This is my why not. I'm going to go flying. I'm going to go hang out with Chris. I'm going to go do some things. Why not? Nah. We're gonna have dinner later tonight. We're gonna be together. So that part is taken care of. So I have some free time here. My answer is why not? The answer is there is no why not. I can, so I do. And when you live your life like that from a why not point of view, you get to ask yourself on a daily basis, am I living my best life ever? If the answer is no, why not? So guys, I don't have any other thoughts for you today, other challenges for you today, other than for you to look inside and ask, are you doing what is in your best interest? Are you doing what is making you truly happy? Are you living in the moment with where you want to be so that you are achieving the things that you always dreamed of, always had on your plate, always had in your mind, always thought about? And are you living your best life ever? why not? Guys, have a great weekend.